modern-day muscle cars.
From the entry-level supercharged Chevy Cobalt, the new style Pontiac GTO, on up to swank new Cadillac CTS-V. Mark Royce is hoping GM's new performance lineup will pump up consumer demand for the modern muscle car.
This is still a very passionate business. It's still a high percentage of your disposable income. It's still an emotional purchase. It will be for a long time, I believe. And it's still an outward reflection of who you are, of what you drive.
Just like the old days, enormous V8 engines and rear-wheel drive are back.
The rear drive is back. In fact, if you look back in history, General Motors led the front drive revolution, where we had gas crunches, gas crises, high prices on oil. That really drove the front-wheel drive switch on a mass production basis. But I think what people have found is those cars, generally speaking, haven't been as fun to drive as the rear-wheel drive, big displacement engine vehicles.
But on some cars, the styling has definitely changed. The original Pontiac GTO had a whole lot more angles than the curvaceous new 2005 GTO. But with 400 horsepower, this baby burns.
The new GTOs and the CTS-Vs that we're introducing really have it all.
And that goes for engines, too.
Back in the 60s, the Hemi engines with two 4-barrel carburetors and tuned for nothing but performance probably got most people 10 miles to the gallon, maybe not even that if you're really, really driving it hard.
Modern engine technology enables many of these cars to operate on fewer cylinders and get twice as many miles to the gallon.
Once you step into it, 40 milliseconds, you cannot tell. It's back full strength, making 340 horsepower and 390 foot-pound torque. So it's the best of both worlds. It gives great fuel economy, and it gives torque that is just unbelievable.
American muscle ruled the roads from 1964 to 1974. But some historians believe the first real muscle car was the Chrysler C300, built in 1955.
And the firepower V8 had a full race camshaft and dual 4-barrel carburetors. 300 horsepower that could deliver more than 135 miles per hour.
The original C300, a lot of people refer to that as the first muscle car. That's when it had a great engine. The 300 actually symbolized the horsepower. And the body of the car was simple, lightweight for its time, compact, very agile, a lot of power.
The 300B repeated most of the first 300's triumphs and added some new ones of its own.
50 years later, the car is reborn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chrysler 300C concept car.
Only now it's called the Chrysler 300C sedan. The 6.1-liter Hemi V8. 300C has 425 horses in the torque. We have it can go up in 0 to 60 in 5 seconds.
My favorite design feature on the 300 has got to be the lights. And it's sort of unbelievable.
Another attention-grabbing car on the road to have fun back is the Dodge Charger. Known for its role as the Denver leader in the future.
I was a fan of Chargers since Bullitt. Everybody likes the Mustang and Bullitt, not me. I like the Charger.
The car had a phenomenal stance to it. The back end had a flying buttress, what we call a C-pillar, where the back window's really angled over. Had nice little details on the side. The car was just really good.
In 2005, a modern version of the famous car hit the highways.
With this new Dodge, we're ready to charge to the front of the pack.
But the new Charger has shed its bad boy image and has returned home as a 4-door family sedan.
Business-wise, it makes a lot more sense to do a sedan in this day and age. I mean, a 2-door car, it can be a fit of fashion. Yeah, it can appeal to a few enthusiasts, but in terms of something with staying power that really means something to somebody's life, the 4-door is the answer.
New to Dodge in 2005, a family muscle sedan, the Dodge Magnum. With 430 horsepower, this wagon promises baby boomers a booming ride.
And you look back in history, people only remember the muscle car. They forget about the fact that they were also regular sedans. The Magnum, we started off that way. We said, hey, why can't you have function? Why can't you have performance and speed all in one package?
Over the past 40 years, Ford has corralled millions of buyers to its Mustang, a so-called pony car, because it was a little smaller and a lot more stylish than traditional muscle cars. 2005, Ford trotted out its 5th generation Mustang.
It's beautiful, it's fast, and it's affordable. And nothing else out there is like it.
The car is